Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to Final Fantasy FFX's video, and we're going to go over Jet, Vraska, Auron. And I know apparently this is not everybody's favorite banner because of how that news video went. So I'm going to keep this pretty brief for you guys that do care about this banner. Just want to know what's like. AoE water amp and imbue. That's actually not too bad. Self water imbue, and then 30% water amp. On an ability, of course. 400% TDH, 5% cap, unlike Deus. He has 600%. 200% plant and fairy killer, okay. 100%, 150% ludicrous damage passive. And he has an SLB. I didn't even mention the LB because it's old. The SLB is a 230 times one hit finisher, 100% human and fairy killer buff. For some reason he has human killer even though he doesn't have any in his passive, so I'm not really sure what's up with that. But he also has a 450 times mod buff, mod finisher on cooldown that can be used twice if dual wielding. Pointless. And I just thought I'd mention it. He still needs to earn his triple cast even in Neo Vision Awakening, unlike a lot of units that that are Neo Vision Awakening that have triple cast permanently. There's not much new about him. A few passives here and there for his old abilities, but doesn't really get anything new, and he's just really not that good. So 7.5, really bad. I can't believe they made him this bad when they made Deus so good. Literally weaker than his own son. So, yep. Anyways, Vraska is here with a 30 times mod boost, and literally nothing else matters. 30 times mod boost for evoking LBs for all allies, and that's it. The rest of that stuff really doesn't matter. It's just kind of copium if you pulled him, pretty much. So you're bringing him for the mod boost, and that's it. So I'm gonna give him like a 7.5 as well, because I mean he has chaining and stuff like that. So I mean it's decent. He's decent. His STR is decent, but that's really it. Not much else to say about him because he's a 7-star. Auron, so keep in mind that his S-Tamer only works with FFX only, and that also includes FFX too, I believe, but I mean, who's using those anymore? Otherwise, you still get the 80 attack and the 1000 HP, but you don't get anything else. Unlike Yuna's S-Tamer, you get 50% ludicrous damage universally. So 30% TDH, 500% cap, 200% ludicrous damage, 200% plant killer, 150% fairy killer. That sounds pretty familiar, doesn't it? The LB is just a weaker version, and then the SLB has 25% katana and peril, 80% defense break, 100% plain fairy killer, and 350 times one hit wind damage. Physical, of course. So, did you notice I didn't mention anything else? What about his abilities, right? What about any of his abilities? He doesn't really have any. He has almost nothing. You're basically just waiting for his SLB. And I think this is the reason why nobody really wants him or cares about this banner or knowing about this banner, because he really is just an EX3 whale target, and he's doing nothing other than just hitting his SLB over and over again, because his regular LB is just really underpowered and not very strong. And like I mentioned, he has no real functionality besides his SLB. And he's worse than a Brave Shift unit like Sephiroth, because at least Sephiroth in his base form you can equip Arden's TMR or whatever else you might need, like evasion or something. And then in his Brave Shift form you could deal damage. You can't do that for Wind Sephiroth or Auron, because he only has one form and that's it. And that's the reason why SLBs are usually not that good, because of this situation. And I feel like that's the reason why a lot of units now are coming out on the DB version do have some Brave Shifts and some are SLB, so that you have some options. So obviously, in terms of damage, he's going to get a decent score, but in terms of everything else, it lowers his score a lot. So 8.5, I know it's probably going to disappoint people who are going to pull from, like, oh my god, he has a 350 times mod, right? Yeah, but it has a lot of negatives too. We can't always just talk about damage all the time. Like for Clash of Wills especially, This guy will be really bad in Clash of Wills because you can't gear unless there's a certain Clash of Wills boss that you don't need to do that. But most of them so far, you've needed to switch Brave Shift so that one side has some gear that you can survive or do something, and then the other side has for damage. You can't do it on this guy, like I said. So 8.5 for Auron. I know you guys don't really care about this banner, so I'm gonna get out of here. Thank you guys for watching. Appreciate you. And I'm gonna try to do more videos in the future here. Hope to see you then. Peace.